Welcome back to another edition of Watching Film with Seth Varnadore. I'm going to go into something I think is going to be really relevant to the next season of Florida football. We've heard about it all spring. The quarterback run game is going to be back as a big part of the offense. Every quarterback on the roster seems to be a capable athlete that bringing back the run game suits them. And this was really, for a long time, kind of Dan Mullen's bread and butter. And when you think about his offense, you'd often think about, in addition to spread formations, spread concepts, you think about the quarterback run. And that was kind of their big revolution with this Urban Meyer and Dan Mullen's spread offense is using the quarterback in the run game to equate numbers. And that makes it easier on you as an offense because you get the numbers advantage back by the quarterback no longer being a non-factor in the run game. So that makes everything easier. They've been so good at throwing the ball the last 2 years, they haven't needed it, but now it's back. So let's go back through Dan Mullen's career as an offensive coordinator and head coach and look at some of the quarterback run concepts he really liked. And then maybe we'll throw in a few that they haven't used totally yet, but I could see them using with an example from somebody else that ran some similar stuff in the past. So we'll start kind of with the bread and butter, the basics. We'll start with the inside zone. So in inside zone, I'm looking for that vertical displacement. So right here, I got an empty formation. So I got no backs, just the quarterback. Mississippi State here's going to run inside zone. So on a zone play, I'm not necessarily blocking a man. I'm blocking a zone. So everyone wants to step right. If you can double team, you'd like to double team up to backers. There's no backers here, obviously. So I can stay on this double team. Stepping right because it's a zone play to the right. Stepping right. You'll cut the end man loose a lot of times on zone, except for split zone, which we'll get to in a little bit. But just this is a simple inside zone play. And when you go empty and teams spread out like this and leave no backers in the box, you have to run this to keep people honest. And when you got a good athlete back there, it can equate to really big plays. So here's a little inside zone. And this is why Dak, one of the reasons he's getting paid the big bucks, he's a freak of nature, and he's a tough dude to bring down. He adds a different element to your offense. But you don't have to have that freak. Right here is last year's SEC championship. Kyle Trask, I don't think anybody would describe him as a freak of nature running the football. But you have inside zone here as well. You're going to get a double team here at the point of attack. Block, block, block. You've got eyes on Pitts, so you functionally have nobody, right? No linebackers, just like we saw in that last play. He's going to have to come fill. And he's quite a bit of ways off the ball right now. So there's Trask getting easy, 4 or 5 yards just on the little inside zone. Here's Emory Jones with a similar look. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 down linemen, and then nobody else inside the tackle box. You can see Emory kind of looking off. This might have been called in from the sideline, but this is an easy, hey, just run inside zone. You get a double team. See right here, stepping down. They do a decent job passing this off. Emory's thinking it might be here, and then the stunt happens, cuts back, and you get this guard climbing. And a nice pickup on second and long to get you in a third and manageable. Here's a little bit, looks a little bit more like an outside zone with the quarterback's aiming point. Inside zone, you want that vertical displacement. You're trying to get vertical push. Outside zone is a little bit more wide. You're looking for a horizontal push. But it's hard to tell exactly. But you have the quarterback, you see a wide aiming point right here. Again, a wide aiming point there. Let that one run again. We'll slow it down a little bit. Wide aiming point. Here, you're pushing the line of scrimmage, and then once you see that crease, you get vertical. So push it, stick your foot in the ground, get vertical. He breaks through there for a touchdown. Now, Florida's run this a little bit with Emory Jones. Right here. Push the line of scrimmage, stick your foot in the ground, and get vertical. A good run here against Arkansas. And then a similar look here on the goal line for a touchdown. This is something I haven't seen as much of lately, but I think this is something Mullen would still do. This is a specific way to block it against this specific look. You're going to have the receiver come in motion and crack the defensive end here, and then you're going to have both the guard and tackle pull. This is quarterback sweep. You could run this without the crack. You could run this with the crack. You could have a tight end or H-back here crack and get the same look. But quarterback sweep, I think, might be something that's kind of a complementary to outside zone, getting the quarterback on the perimeter. And then when you do that a little bit, you can go quarterback sweep, make it look like quarterback sweep, and then you have a little throw off of it. Your slot receiver right here is going to go down, kind of fake stock block like he's going to block, and then take off the end zone. You get a little bit of play right here to the run by this nickel, and then he's able to get loose over the top. You see the separation that was created just by that little fake and selling the quarterback outside run, and you get an easy throw for your quarterback. So this kind of run game helps sets up a lot of different things, but especially helps set up easy throws and easy looks from the defense. Another one you saw a lot is split zone. You'll see Florida run this with a tailback in the backfield and hand it to him. But this is split zone. It's just regular inside zone here. So it looks like inside zone. And then I'm kicking out the end man, right? We talked about earlier. A lot of times we'll let the end man in the line of scrimmage go free. In split zone, you're going to kind of inside out, kick him out, and give your ball carrier kind of a cutback lane. Here he sticks it front side, makes an unbelievable play, and scores. But again, just inside zone, but split zone with a backfield action. And then now we'll get to kind of the read portion. So this is just your normal vanilla zone read. Inside zone, like we said, a lot of times, except for split zone, right? We're going to leave the end man in line of scrimmage. We're going to cut him loose. And now he's the read man. Zone to the left. We're going to read the right defensive end. There he is, right here. We see right here, he takes the back. That's an easy read for the quarterback. And now it's just a foot race. This guy was a pretty good player for the Gators, so he's able to get this thing in and score. But anytime you put a great athlete in space against a linebacker, you got to feel pretty good about that. So we talked about split zone. And if you run a lot of split zone, eventually guys kind of get tired of seeing it. So as this guy's coming over, as this H-back's coming over to kick me out, right? He's been kicking me out all game. I've been getting kicked out. So what am I going to try to do? I'm going to try to duck that block and get inside. So that's when you pull out split zone and you bluff it. So he's coming like he's going to block the guy. He jumps inside, and now I leave him. I go outside, and the quarterback has a lead blocker as he pulls it. So right here, he jumps inside. Lead blocker. I just got to get outside. And now I have a lead blocker getting to the next level for me. Able to pick up a big run here with the split zone bluff. All that kind of based on zone. Another wrinkle off the zone is running triple options. So right here, I think up front we're just basically running inside zone. You have a tight end split here. He's going to block down. So we're inside zone, and then now we're going to pitch. So the quarterback's reading for inside zone. If he doesn't like it, he pulls it, and now I'm pitching. Speed option. So right here, I pull the inside zone. Now I'm pitching off him. He widens. So I just keep it up inside. It's just triple option. This is old school football, just out of a different formation. So that's just inside zone triple option right there. Here we got another look at it with Utah. Motion into it. Inside zone. Leave the end man. 1, 2, 3, triple option. Dive man, keep, pitch man. Watch his defensive end. He doesn't squeeze it. He doesn't attack the mesh. So hand it off. So you also open up lanes for your running game with this kind of movement. You see he's widened out. The motion's kind of messed him up. Opens a nice lane for the runner for inside zone here. Here's another look at it later. Same idea. Who's the end man now? Well, now he's kind of the end man, right? The way they lined up. Inside zone. So for the lineman, nothing's changed. So if you want to talk about making life easy on the lineman, which I think Florida would like to do, right? I can do a lot of different stuff back here with these with these three guys. I can do a bunch of different things. But so far, all these things we've watched, the blocking scheme's been pretty similar. A lot of these have been zone-based. So, with the motion, right, here's inside zone. Look at all the play you get out of the motion and watching the pitch man. Eyes on this guy, eyes on the quarterback, and now you have a simple inside zone here, which the back makes a great play on there. Wasn't blocked up perfectly, but you see you have the numbers advantage. And then sometimes, now here's the end man. He squeezes it. Thank you. Now you're reading him. Where's he going to go? He widens. Right, he widened out, so now I get vertical as the quarterback. And go downfield. So if you're Florida, you're thinking maybe this is Lorenzo Lingard, a DeMarcus Bowman, a Naquan Wright, and then you got one of those guys as your pitch man as well. So now you're putting a lot of great athletes in space, and your quarterback is one of them. He's one of your great athletes. So you can get some people a lot of problems. So now how do you update the triple option? People say maybe the triple option is a little antiquated. Well, here's how you can update it. He's still your dive guy. We're going to run zone. We don't have another back, but he's going to run like a flat screen or just a flat route right now. He's the pitch guy. Quarterback is still the keep guy. So you still have 1, 2, 3 options. You've seen Florida practice this in the spring. They could also have a receiver out here just turn for a stand pass or just a now screen, and he could become the pitch guy, but it's just basically triple option. So here, pull it. Quarterback, again, looking to pitch it. Well, now here's my pitch guy. Is he taking the pitch? Yep, he's taking the pitch. So now quarterback gets vertical and runs it. And then this one might be coming back. We all remember this. The old shovel. This is more of a gap scheme, but it's basically triple option. It's power shovel, and we'll get to quarterback power here in a second. But kind of, instead of kicking out this guy, we're going to read him. They widen. Tebow right here shovels to redacted. And he's able to get downfield for a good gain. But it looks like we might be getting more of this back. Here's Utah running the same thing. Again, triple. He widens. Well, now I got a lead blocker for this. And you see how much play they're getting out here wide. Well, they got nobody for the shovel. Thank you very much. I'll take it in for an easy score. So maybe we're getting more of this kind of triple shovel, power shovel look back this year as well, which I think would be a welcome sight for a lot of Gator fans. On the same vein, now you got speed option, which is just the second part, kind of that second part of the triple option. So we're going to take out the dive, and now it's just a two-way go. He's the pitch guy. The quarterback keeps it or pitches it. And again, for the offensive line, you could almost block this like outside zone. So here's another part of the zone blocking scheme. We're just kind of blocking this right now like outside zone. So far, we've seen a bunch of different run schemes that you haven't had to change much up for the O-lineman. Speed option. Speed option. Here's Florida running again. This is a little bit older tape. It kind of hurts my feelings to see how bad this tape looks because this was a long time ago now. It didn't feel like that. But again, speed option here. Looks like you're kind of almost running like outside zone blocking scheme. And then again, speed option. So this is something I think will come back. So maybe Florida will get more of that option run game going like they had in the past. Another look at it. So here you got an extra back in, but he's going to arc here. Get to the second level for you to lead for your pitch man. Again, this guy was a pretty good player, and that helps a lot. But you're getting your good athletes in space with the ball. That's the whole idea behind the spread offense. Get my best athletes in space. Here it is at Mississippi State. Again, I'm getting a great athlete in space, making people tackle him in space. But speed option, not really tough for your O-line. Here's something that I didn't catch a lot of. I didn't go back through every Dan Mullen tape. I'm sure he's run it. But this is not, you could run this with an inside zone blocking scheme. You don't have to change up your blocking scheme too much to run this lead play here. So we're looking at all the things that I can, with using the quarterback run, all the ways I can make it simple for the offensive line, but do a lot of different things. It just adds this whole different layer to the offense. So that's just lead. Again, this is looks like lead again as well. But you can use and this is something we've seen the running backs rep these lead blocks and these kick-out blocks, which are important and certain schemes we'll get to. Here's a draw, again, similar to the inside zone. If they're showing you a light box, you can run this into it, and you could also run it with your lead back there. So this is lead draw, show pass. Your back comes up, leads through here. And what's great about this is you can start to do it with, and this is something that Texas A&M did a ton with Johnny Manziel, is you start to run RPOs with the quarterback to where you could run stuff like stick draw, and you could read a guy, and then if the backer leaves the box, then the quarterback runs. If he doesn't, you just get an easy high percentage throw. So there's a lot of things like that that'll help once the quarterback run game gets going a little bit. Here's a staple, quarterback power. So power, down, down, down. Typically, right, on power, you're pulling the backside guard. He's going to gap steal hinge. The backside guard's pulling and wrapping for the backer. Your back, a lot of times in the past, it was your fullback. If you're running the quarterback at your tailback, is kicking out the in man on the line of scrimmage. It's right there. The way this front ends up going, he's kicking here. He's wrapping for him. Good run here. But quarterback power is a Mullen staple. You saw it a ton with Tebow. Here you had Nick Fitzgerald at Mississippi State running it. This one's a little bit of a wrinkle here. With the front, it looks like they had the center pull here. And get vertical. It's tough to see. Maybe they had a overloaded front there, but you'll see it over there. Quarterback power. It's coming back. Maybe this will be you see here's Emory Jones running it. He's such a good athlete. He kind of bounces it. They try to wrong shoulder it. He bounces it and gets in the end zone. Here's another look at it. He cuts, he gets vertical. And then another look at him running it against Missouri. You're looking kick and wrap. And this is where we saw it a lot. You have Tebow running it. They're using this action with the back across and having him keep it up inside. It's kind of a tight power. You see how tight that puller is, and he gets downhill. But it's still, you got to kick, wrap. He's able to get to the second level. Quarterback power. So this is a concept that's not brand new or anything, but it's starting to come in vogue a lot with the Ravens, or it's doing it a lot with Lamar Jackson and some different things off of it. Is bash, and you could bunch of different things with bash. But bash is back away, so the backs are running away from the play here. I think what you're going to get is out there. You're going to read here, and then we're just going to run zone over here. So this looks like bash zone to me. The quarterback can read it. Or if these guys all stay inside, he can hand it off to the back. So right here, you see Emory pulls it, uses athleticism, get a first down. That's bash with like zone to me. That's what it looks like. This is a similar look, right? You got back away here, and they're running dart. Is what it appears to me. Dart is when you pull the tackle. So you get down, down, down. He's out here, and you have your tackle wrapping around. And then I believe the quarterback can read it. So if this guy's a little wide, the quarterback keeps it and follows the dart path. If he gets inside and tries to get in the puller's hip pocket, I believe he can hand it to the back, and now the back's got these 3 blockers outside for him. He stays wide. Quarterback keeps it up inside. Gets vertical. Gets into the end zone here. So that's a dart. And then here's an example. This is USF running it a few years back. But this is something I think you could see from Florida. I didn't get a real good look at a bash counter at Florida. I think they have a little bit of it. But this is what you get. So they're going to use the jet sweep guy as the back away. And if you don't take the back away, well, you can give that. So these guys are coming for a counter right here. They kind of squeeze this down. Well, now you got a blocker for him and a guy getting the ball. The quarterback can read it. So now imagine Florida getting one of their speed guys out on the edge like this, just on a jet sweep. We used to see jet sweep with guys when Mullen was the OC here. That could be something that comes back. Imagine a DeMarcus Bowman to take one right. Or, I'm sorry, Naquan Wright getting one of these and getting vertical. That would look pretty good, I'd imagine. Here's a look at it, right? Same look. Now the quarterback keeps it. He winds a little bit. Now you're pulling 2 guys here on counter. And you'll see the end zone cut here in a second. It looks really good. But this is something that I don't think I've seen Mullen run exactly. He maybe run one, but I just like the example of this one, because you can really see it with the film here. We're down, down, down. Right, down block, down block, down block, down block. Use this to hold these guys back here so I don't have to block them. And now I'm pulling 2 extra blockers to the front side. Bang right there. You can see they used the tight end with a wing. But now your quarterback, that's a good athlete, is able to get out in space. Just a good look at it. Here's Florida running traditional counter with Emory Jones here. Again, you make people... So it looks like Virginia want to play with 2 safeties. But you make them match up because you will throw this bubble down here. So you make them match up. And now they only got 5 left in the box. Well, you got 6 blockers here and the quarterback. Those are good numbers for the offense. So right here's counter with the H-back pulling. So you're going to get kick out. Second guy wraps. Quarterback follows him. There's the wrapper. Get inside there for a nice nearly 20-yard run there. And then here's a recent one. Little different wrinkle to it. He's going to kick. Your back's going to come here and then wrap. Quarterback follow him. Again, another pretty big run here off the counter look. And then this one I wouldn't call counter necessarily. It's a similar look. You're pulling a backside. You're pulling the H-back, right, in the backside guard. Same idea. Down, down, down. Cut off. Pull him to the front side. You're pulling him to wrap inside. This isn't necessarily a counter. It's the same kind of blocking scheme. Again, the more you can use the same blocking scheme so your offensive line doesn't have to learn a ton. They can master a few schemes and you can do a lot in the backfield. They kind of use this jet sweep look. So I think pre-snap, the quarterback can look out here. If you have an overhang out there that can kill the jet sweep, probably keep it up inside. But they kind of really outnumber Alabama here at the point of attack. Good run, and now you got two pullers for you to pick up the first down here on what looks to be second and short, second and medium-ish. So not quite counter, but same blocking scheme up front. So you kind of see how the quarterback run, first of all, Mullen's done it a ton. So we got a lot of examples of stuff that might be coming back. Inside zone, outside zone, triple option, speed option, draw, power, counter. There's some little wrinkles he could throw in with the bash counter and that kind of stuff that we saw USF run back in the day. And then it just makes it easier on the offensive line. So if you're worried about the offensive line, like I think a lot of Florida fans are, well, let's make it easy on them. They don't have to learn a ton of different, they don't have to learn a ton of different blocking schemes. Master zone, master power, master counter, and we're good to go. We'll change up the backfield action and all that kind of stuff ourselves to make it look like a lot of different things, but it really isn't. So I think if you're a Florida fan, you have to be excited to have the quarterback run game back. It really equates numbers for you in the run game. So I think you'll see Florida as a much better rushing team than they have in the last few years, and that'll be a welcome sight for many Gator fans. Once again, that awesome Star Wars wipe means we are at the end of the video. If you like what you saw, if you want to see more college football schematic related content, please subscribe. We should be putting something out every week, hopefully during the season. Just whatever teams are trending or kind of what interesting scheme stuff. If you want to watch older videos, there should be a link at the top of the page here. And you can follow me on Twitter at Seth Varnadore. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.